My name is George Edmondson. I am currently a freelance video creator. However, I do mostly corporate work. My true passion is telling stories. I really want to pursue narrative filmmaking, which is something that I've actually never had an opportunity to do because I have to stay working on corporate stuff to keep my family fed. I've got 4 kids and a wife at home. The reason that I'm applying for this grant is because I would like an opportunity to tell my mom's story. She had to make the decision when I was around 5 years old, my brother was around 10, to get out of a domestic violence situation. My father was very abusive. One morning, she packed everything up. She threw a tent in our car. She woke us up right before sunrise, and we left. I didn't know that we weren't coming home. She told us we were going camping, and we did. We actually lived in a tent for a while. We lived in a car. My mom actually graduated from college while homeless. She got her degree with mace in her pocket so that because she thought that my dad might show up and try to do something. She finally was able to get in touch with a place called the Hannah Home, and we were able to move into that homeless shelter. And at the Hannah Home where we lived, they actually found out about my mom's degree. They offered her a job there, and we ended up living in the homeless shelter for 7 years. She went from being a daycare director all the way to the assistant director over the complex. And she was going into the homes of these women and children that needed rescuing. She was pulling them out of those domestic violence situations. She went from being a victim to being a hero. When my father died, when I was 19 years old, at the funeral, she slipped a note into his pocket while he was in the casket, and it was a note of forgiveness. She knew that my dad, in his heart, was a good person. It was mental illness, and it was the substance abuse and all of these issues that he had had in his past that made him into what a lot of people may see as a monster. But what we saw was a broken man who needed help. I feel that this story can absolutely make an impact in other people's lives. I feel like it will shine light on domestic violence, which is something that we don't really talk about a lot. 20,000 calls are made every single day to domestic violence hotlines. We want to use this money to build a compelling first bit of this story so that we can use it to show investors, crowdfunding, whatever else we need to do to get donations so that we can properly tell this story in a way that will be entertaining but also cause people to act. About 6 months ago, the Hannah Home, the place that saved my life and saved my mom's life, was shut down because of lack of funding. Thank you again for the opportunity. We're gonna make this film. This money will help us do that.